Hey, Erica.
Yes, Erica.
So the IRS, in typical fashion, just released the final regs on this Roth mandate for age-based catch-up contributions for higher earners, really in the last quarter of 2025. This is supposed to be effective January 1. What do our plans need to know about the final reg?
Well, what we need to know about the final regulations is that they can pretty much confirm what was in the proposed regulations. So fortunately, there really isn't anything new or a surprise to our plan sponsors. But one of the things that the final regulations confirmed is that the Roth mandate does not apply to an employee who does not earn Social Security wages with that employer.
Okay, so the legislation said FICA wages. Can we just clarify what FICA is versus Social Security?
Okay, so FICA, Social Security is a component of FICA. And what the IRS told us in the proposed regulations and confirmed in the final regulations is that by FICA, Congress meant only the Social Security portion of FICA, so not Medicare wages. So that was just a clarification, and that's why we're just saying Social Security wages. I think it's easier for folks to understand.
Okay, great. That's really helpful. So what else was confirmed?
What else was confirmed is that the Roth mandate is effective January 1st, 2026. There is no delay. No delay.
But didn't the IRS also put out that the rules weren't effective in 2026?
Yes.
Oh,
and that was
confusing.
Yeah, that was confusing. But what the IRS means by rules are the final regulations.
Okay.
The Roth mandate is the statute, is the law, and the rules interpret the law. So because the IRS did not release them until almost the final quarter of the year, they're giving us until 2027 to actually follow the rules, which are the final regulations. Until 2027, so for all of 2026, we can administer the Roth mandate with a good faith interpretation of the statute.
Okay, so to clarify, this is live for plans on January 1, 2026, and they're supposed to comply with the provision in Secure 2.0 that mandated that all higher earners making an age-based catch-up contribution would be after-tax Roth dollars.
That's correct. All high earners making over $150,000 with that employer of Social Security wages will, in 2026, have to make Roth contributions.
Okay, you just said $150,000. We have been telling folks and our plans that the salary threshold for a higher earner is $145,000. What is the $150,000?
The $150,000 is what the IRS just told us the limit would be for 2026. As you know, every year around Halloween, we get new contribution limits for the new year.
The COLA increases.
The COLA increases, what the regular catch-up, what the regular contribution limit is, what the catch-up contribution limit is, all of that. In that announcement, they also announced that the threshold was moved up $5,000 from $145,000 to $150,000. So if a high-earning participant earned $150,000 with their current employer in 2025, in that employer's plan for 2026, that high earner will have to make age-based catch-up contributions on a Roth basis.
Okay, so just to catch us all up, we've learned $150,000 is the salary threshold for a higher earner. No Social Security wages means you are not part of the Roth mandate requirement, and there is absolutely no delay on this, but there's a good faith effort that has to be put in to implement the final reg.
Right.
What else do plans need to know about this IRS final reg?
I think the other thing that plans need to know, one of the other things that they need to know is that the final regulations confirmed that plans do not need to add Roth. So if you don't want participants to be able to contribute on a Roth basis, you don't need to add Roth. But that just means that your high earners cannot make age-based catch-up contributions.
Okay.
The final regulations also confirm that you also cannot require lower income earning participants to contribute on a Roth basis. They must have the ability to contribute age-based catch-up contributions on a pre-tax basis.
Okay. So before we leave this topic, anything else that folks need to know about the Roth mandate or the final reg?
Well, the final regs did give us a little bit of flexibility in how the deemed elections would be applied.
Okay.
And the deemed elections are when the plan allows the employer to treat a high earner's contributions that are age-based catch-up contributions that are over the regular limit to just automatically treat them as Roth.
Okay, versus pre-tax.
Yes.
Okay. So I imagine plans are going to have a lot of questions and next step questions about what.
And they do need to talk to their payroll providers about how their payroll providers can help them implement it. Well, one of the good things about the delay in the rules, the final regulations being not effective until 2027, is that we have a little bit of time to try and figure out how all of that works.
Okay. So more to come.
More to come.
Okay.